As a recruiter and career strategist, I've seen a lot of candidates often overlook on crucial and important details in their offer letter, assuming that they've seen it all. They're too quick to accept the offer without thorough scrutiny. But what they're unaware of is that companies never highlight the hidden traps they've made in the job offer. But not anymore. On this side of the internet, I don't gatekeep. Sit back, relax, and watch this video till the end because I am gonna save you from falling in those traps. Hello everyone, my name is Charul Sharma. I am a job search and career coach, and in this video, we're gonna dissect 10 crucial aspects that you as a seasoned recruiter must scrutinize in your job offer. So stay tuned and let's ensure you're making an informed decision. Number 1, the total compensation package. Congratulations, you got a 30% hike. Sounds fantastic, right? But is it a complete picture? Let's find that out. As experienced professionals, you already know that the compensation is not just about the base pay but the entire package. And companies often dazzle with impressive base numbers and strategically include stock options, performance bonuses, long-term incentives, and deferred compensation, which may not translate into immediate and tangible benefits. The first thing that you need to do is request for a detailed breakdown of your compensation and understand what is guaranteed compensation and what is variable. If there are stock options and there are long-term incentives in your compensation, make sure that you understand what's the vesting period for these two. For performance bonuses, try to assess the metrics that are linked to performance bonuses and make sure that they are realistic. And don't forget to factor in the tax implication of each of the component in your compensation package. Another pro tip: if a significant portion of your compensation is linked to long-term incentives and stock options, you need to evaluate company's long-term stability and financial condition. Point number 2, role clarity and strategic impact. When you receive an offer letter and it says that you have been offered a role of head of partnerships, you don't know what it really means in this context. Now, every company follows their own hierarchy, and what you assume to be a head of partnerships would not be the same in that company. So make sure you have an understanding of the role, understanding of the hierarchy, and the responsibilities you have for that role. Your focus should not be just on the title, but the strategic impact you'd be creating in that role. And how do you check that out? Request a detailed job description that outlines strategic responsibilities and decision-making authority. You need to clarify reporting structures and cross-functional collaboration. You need to discuss the company's long-term vision and how your role contributes to it. And you need to understand the scope of your authority and resource allocation. Make sure you also understand what are the company's expectations from you in the first 90 days so that you can align your efforts accordingly. Number 3, transition period and integration. They've told you that you need to hit the ground running on day 1, but what does that mean and what support will they give you? You need to understand this beforehand. If you need a smooth onboarding and clear expectations, you need to make sure that you check all these pointers before signing that offer. Number 1, you need to inquire about the onboarding process and integration plan. Number 2, discuss access to resources and what are the mentorship opportunities available. Number 3, you need to clarify performance review timelines and feedback mechanisms. Number 4, you need to ask about the team structure and how you will be integrated in the team. Number 4, flexibility in workplace. They've promised that this role is flexible and you will have work-life balance, but what does that mean to you in reality? You need to make sure that the company aligns with your personal and professional needs when it comes to flexibility and time management. Here are the things that you need to clarify and check before signing that offer letter. Clarify expectations regarding work hours, remote work policies, and travel requirements. You need to discuss the company's culture regarding flexibility and work-life integration. You also need to understand the company's approach to time off and vacation policies. You can ask about the company's support for personal and professional development, and do connect with current employees to understand the reality of work-life balance. Point 5, company stability and growth trajectory. Are they poised for growth or are they navigating through uncertain waters? You need to assess that before accepting the job offer because your growth depends on company's growth, their financial health, and what's their market position. Here are the things that you need to check out to ensure that the company is financially stable. Review the company's financial reports, market analysis, and growth projections. Assess the company's competitive landscape and long-term strategy. Understand the company's funding history and investor confidence. Evaluate the company's innovation and adaptability to market changes. Check for any recent news about layoffs, restructuring, or financial instability. Number 6, benefits and perks. You will see a separate section of benefit packages in your job offer, but you need to understand if that package aligns with your lifestyle and your needs. Everyone has their specific needs when it comes to perks and benefits, and you need to make sure that the company's total compensation and benefit package, like the retirement plan, like the health insurance, or professional development, aligns with your lifestyle. Here is how you can check that out. Review the details of retirement plan, health insurance, and other benefits. You can ask about professional development opportunities. Understand the company's support for work-life integration such as childcare, fitness programs, or wellness initiatives. Clarify the company's policy on travel, relocation, and housing allowance as well. Also, ask about any unique perk that aligns well with your lifestyle. Number 7, career development and advancements. At your level, career development is more than just promotions. You need to understand if the company's development program aligns with your aspirations and your needs. If the company has no initiatives and commitments for your growth, I am sorry, that's not a job offer that you should sign up for. Here are the things that you can check to ensure that the company that you are signing up for is committed to career development. Number 1, discuss the company's career development programs, mentorship opportunities, and leadership training. You need to understand the company's promotion criteria and timelines. Ask about the opportunities for cross-functional projects and international assignments. Also clarify the company's succession planning and leadership pipeline. Pro tip, I would suggest you to look for examples of senior leadership or senior leaders who have actually grown within the company. Number 8, company's culture and values. Does the company culture that you're signing up for aligns with your values and your professional needs? You need to find that out before it's too late. See, the company's culture impact your daily experiences and your long-term satisfaction. You need to find that out as soon as possible. Here is how you can check if the company that you're signing up for has a good culture. Number 1, research the company's culture through employee reviews, social media, and industry reputation. Ask about the company's diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives. Understand the company's communication style and decision-making process. Ask about the company's commitment to employee well-being and work-life integration. You can easily connect with current as well as former employees to understand the day-to-day work environment of that company. Number 9, exit policies and transition. I know it's difficult to ask for exit policies at the time of job offer, but you need to understand what are the departure rules and how it will impact your career. Here is how you can check the exit policies. Review the notice period and non-compete agreements carefully. Understand the company's severance package and outplacement support. Seek legal counsel if necessary to review complex exit terms, but make sure that you know every term that's there in the offer letter. 10th and the most crucial aspect in your job offer would be offer letter clarity. You need to identify if this is the final offer or not. Please never accept the job offer on phone. You need to ask them to send it over to you on email, where you can scrutinize every aspect of the job offer and then sign it. If you want to save yourself from getting surprises later, make sure that the offer letter is clear, comprehensive, and absolutely final. Here is how you can check it. Ensure the offer letter includes all agreed upon terms and conditions. Clarify any ambiguous language or conditional statements. Request a final written confirmation of the offer. Consult with legal counsel if necessary to review complex contracts. With the experience and skills that you have, you've earned the right to be selective. Don't rush into decisions that could impact your career. If you just received an offer letter and you need my help in decoding anything from that offer letter, you can drop it down in the comment section. I'd be happy to help you. See you in the next video.